Hey guys, Rock here with another World of Warplanes video. Today I'm taking a look at the J7W1 Shinden, which is the Tier 8 Japanese multi-role fighter. Historically, the J7 series was meant to be a high-altitude interceptor, meant to counter the threat of the Allied high-altitude bombers like the B-29. However, in-game, it's basically a low-altitude turn fighter, because that's what wargaming does to try to give the line some consistency. So it's very, very maneuverable. It's fairly fragile still, like most of the Japanese, and it's a multi-role fighter, so ostensibly it's supposed to be able to hit ground targets pretty well. It has some okay firepower for doing that, but it's very fragile and doesn't take AA very well at all, so it's not that great. I do run mine with bombs, and I usually go out and try to tag a target and or suppress some AA. That tends to be useful now in the small games you tend to get where you may not have a GA on your side. Here, I start to go out looking for one of those warships, but then I notice this whole big blob of red planes coming in, so I don't want to fancy too far out there until my teammates have a chance to cover me some. It might have been a good idea to go ahead and jettison the bombs there, but I'm going to go ahead and sneak in and try to tag one warship here first. This should be a pretty good game for me because it is a Tier 8 battle and there's only one Tier 8 on the other side, so I should be able to do well here. J7 does have great cannon firepower, and I do run the 30mm, but pretty much anything that comes head-to-head to me, especially lower tiers, is going to wind up with a big headache. The cannons do have good firepower, however they overheat very quickly, so you need to be very stingy with your trigger button, else you're going to wind up in cooldown a lot of the time. Another one down. 262 is down here trying to turn fight on the deck. That was a mistake, especially against the J7. Once I get on his tail, I'm just going to wreck him. He really should have just taken off there. And although it turns very tightly and turns very well, it doesn't roll terribly well, so you need to throw a lot of kind of big broad turns to try to evade. And I've got just enough boost and speed here I can kind of come up and catch these Tier 6 high-altitude fighters and kind of brief chases. I don't want to spend too much time up there because they'll have an advantage over me at altitude. But I can kind of give them a headache for a minute. Down to these last two fighters now. They do get a little bit isolated. I was getting concerned that his teammate might pounce on me. So just constantly turning and turning. Just making myself hard to hit. Now I have a problem here. We do have a supremacy advantage, so we've probably got the win in the bag here. But he is dragging us over his warships here. There's lots and lots of AA that's going to wind up hurting. I don't really want to go in here, but I have a teammate who's going in here one, so I kind of have to help him out. And also, that's going to help divide the AA a little bit. So I'm going to chase, and hopefully I can finish him off before the AA gets me. There's a short burst just kind of pecking at him. And there we go, got him. Restored medal, ace medal, and killed the whole team. So thanks for watching, guys. Good hunting. See you next time.